Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
So you guys arrive at the Anarch meet. As the last little bit of people are trickling in, you realize you made it just in the nick of time.
The whole time I was asking people if they'd seen Headshot yet.
Huh?
The whole time I was asking people if they'd seen Headshot.
Headshot,
well, I don't hand out headshots here. That's only to people who are Toreador.
Would you like me to shoot someone in the head?
Oh, no, it's a nickname for Max.
So you guys get to the door and you can see the place is packed. You can recognize several of the faces. Again, there's always some new ones. As you sort of walk through the door, sitting at a booth with several Hispanic gentlemen, you see Salvador. And he sort of turn to you and he says, "Hey, you made it! Looks like the prince did not burn you after all, eh?"
Yeah, you could say that. We had ourselves a nice little meeting with some nice little drinks and a fucked up little show. Listen!
Fucked up show.
Yeah, there was some shit hanging from the ceiling.
What is... ¿Cómo se dice fucked up show?
Una programa maldrada? I don't know.
I think that's more Spanish than Murphy actually speaks.
It probably is.
Italian, Spanish is all the same thing.
Italian, Spanish, same side of the planet, right?
Yes.
The western part.
So I'm when I walk in, I'm just gonna hit the floor. I'm gonna turn on presence and walk.
Oh yes,
You can! It's a dick maneuver still. And you're in a place where people aren't afraid to kick your ass.
He does a catwalk and shoots everyone in the ceiling.
There's a reason I'm doing this.
Okay. So you get up on the thing?
Yeah.
As you stand up, do you have any dots in Anarch presence?
I shoot a spotlight on it.
I didn't read the Anarch. I'm down one.
So somebody yells out, "We've seen your headshot!"
You know, as funny as that is,
Here's my name.
I come to tell you of another grievance of our fair prince, as I chuckle as I say fair. Another group of vampires have broken the masquerade and are threatening to unravel what powder cake he has built up in this city. We need to do something. There needs to be a change. We can no longer continuing to let him get away with two sides of justice for him and whoever he wants.
As you sort of say this, you're sort of cut short by a raucous bunch of cheers. Another one of the Anarchs will stand up, a rather young-looking Hispanic gentleman wearing a zoot suit, who you two instantly recognize as Nines Rodriguez, and he will say, "Agreed. Last year, some of the prince's cronies beat the shit out of some Anarchs who were fleeing from the Mexican Sabbat. The police, in order to serve and protect, arrested the victims. Don Sebastian's done nothing about it." Another woman stands up who you recognize as Irena, and she says, she spits, "Don Sebastian had my entire family murdered, and yet still he has not paid for it."
I'm gonna go ahead and get up on stage.
Well, you can, absolutely,
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah.
but he's still up there.
I see you and I regale of the events of what just happened with the actress running naked through the street being chased by frenzied vampires. I say, this is just in the last 10 minutes that this happened. We can no longer continue to pretend that these grievances aren't there. And I look around the room to see if anybody else has anything else to add.
I stand up on stage
And I relent.
and I'm sort of passing by like, "How dare you try to use presence on me?"
I botched. Well, I didn't botch, but I failed on it, so nobody was affected.
Man.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened.
4 out of 10.
I get up there and I sort of...
Game of the year.
Do you know what I was just witness to, brothers and sisters? But a moment ago, Don Sebastian was having some of our new converts, not converts.
Guests.
Yeah, we have some new guests in the city, which is itself a problem. But thankfully, they're here now with us. But some of the Bruja that are part of the Anarchs, but a moment ago, were quite literally crucified, having their blood literally drank by the Camarilla. How much longer before we do something about this?
And at this point, you can hear Salvador muttered, "Well, that's what happened to the last 3, I suppose."
No, I agree. We cannot rush into hasty action. But we
And
need
as you guys are talking, there's booming cheers. What were you saying?
I know we cannot rush into hasty action, but we need to start formulating a course of action to alleviate this problem.
You see from the back of the room another figure stands up. And as he rises, the entire room goes silent as death. And very, very shoulder-length brown hair. And he speaks up. "And what would you have us do, brother Anarchs?"
That's why we're here, aren't we? We need to collectively think as a group, as a democracy, not as some sort of false monarchy.
As sad as it is to say, I'm struggling with a fucking Scottish accent. This character sucks. Oh my god.
I like McNeil.
I do too. McNeil's great.
Yeah.
I can't fucking...
I can't do an Irish
Sha
accent.
sha sha sha.
Sad as it is to say, the prince has not yet violated the Convention of Thorns. Those 3 Anarchs he crucified tonight, they broke the laws of domain. He was well within his right to do it. Those savages chasing that lass down the street, as long as he covers up his little masquerade breeches, Camarilla don't care. And the Camarilla doesn't exactly need reason to come around here with their wooden stakes and their torches and practicing them on us, now do they?
But at what point would we outnumber them in this town to the point where it doesn't matter how many times he covers it up, his atrocities will no longer be accepted?
And what if I told you there seems to already be a schism in some of the Camarilla leadership that suggests maybe not everybody's quite so satisfied with the way Don Sebastian is running things, or how the Camarilla is running things.
Oh?
I'd rather prefer not to name names immediately, and I don't want you to think I'm just saying that to walk around with a question, but I do have reason
Boo! Boo!
You would have me risk one of our own few chances of perhaps bringing some of the most powerful vampires in the city.
McNeil will raise his hand and sort of silence the dissenters and says, I know what you're getting at. I've been trying, brother. I've been trying to get the Primogen to see my way. They're scared. There's a difference between fear and respect. But as long as they're scared of Don Sebastian, they don't listen to me.
Can I look at Murphy just be like, why do they boo? Are they trying to scare the...
I mean, we all understand.
I think it's a rabble of people. You know, some people aren't as smart as the other ones.
We all understand what happened to Alonzo, and not many of us know what really happened. But
Nobody knows what really happened.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe perhaps you've not seen it. I don't think you were in town at the time, but it's well documented what happened the last stupid bastard tried to make a run at Don Sebastian's throne.
Which is why I said we need to be smarter and less rabble-rousing and actually come... Hey, do you have my headshot?
Do you just throw a pile of
Yeah.
That's
Just paper.
Get off the stage!
I was hoping for a laugh on that one. No one knows what happened to Alonso.
Boo! Get off the stage!
But we all see the power that he wields.
You're basically being drowned out by booze at this point.
You gonna keep talking?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what to say.
As you keep talking, I would like you to roll a dexterity athletics as a chair gets thrown at your head.
That is a no success.
Can I draw a revolver?
Right in the face.
Okay, you can. So far, nobody has drawn weapons, so you will be escalating.
That happens in these kind of meetings.
2 bashing damage, roll to soak.
A 10 with tough and nails gives me...
You're good.
Yep.
So this chair just like breaks over your face. What do you do?
Well, luckily I've got a really hard head. Does that get some jeers of laughing?
No, but you hear like the snapping of like screws being snapped, and a table gets thrown at you. At this point, I would like everyone to roll initiatives.
What?
That happens at these kind of meetings.
I was just kind of kicking back at the front door.
As was I.
Actually, what am I doing? Oh shit.
You're rolling initiative.
Yep. JJ.
I've got 17.
Carlo.
8.
Murphy. Mark.
9.
Almost.
Max.
13.
Murphy had 15?
Yes.
Bryark.
I do have 15.
Murphy 2 had 15. Mods?
Dexterity 4.
And your wits?
Dex
30.
7? 5. Okay, so Murphy's first. JJ, what are you gonna do? Because it looks like things are about to get, popping off up in here.
I have little relation to that person, and I still have a job to do tonight. So I'm just gonna
Well, you have 1 week until the prince hosts the Elysium.
I don't want to post it. I don't want to postpone this for too long.
Okay. So what are you
He,
gonna do?
he doesn't seem like the patient type. I'll just sit quietly back and observe.
Okay. Table's getting thrown at your head. It's wide enough. I need both of you to dodge.
That'd be what?
Take athletics.
That's weird.
Okay, 18
2. How'd you get?
1 success.
1. You guys duck out of the way as the table goes sailing into the disused kitchen behind you.
Game's getting better.
What are you talking about? They hit you the first time.
I was talking about a previous meet.
No.
Murphy, from behind you, you hear, "Hey buddy, heads up!" And as you turn, Smiling Jack is coming at you with a chair.
I'm going to, Oh wow, a fucking chair?
That's how these things normally start.
I'm gonna grab the chair and then put my revolver in his face
Okay.
and tell him, you might want to quit that shit.
Hang on, let's see, that's going to be a melee.
That's a scary dice pull.
Smiling Jack! 2,
That's actually not that
3,
bad.
What, 9 dice?
4. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he rolled jack balls. So I'm going to have you're going to grab it.
Next.
Yeah, let's call that a dex acrobatics. Why not? To just reach out, wrap your hand around, and grab it.
¿Dónde está acrobatics?
Athletics.
Need athletics.
Athletics.
This is 5th edition.
It would be either athletics, brawl, or melee.
We learn brawl or melee or athletics?
Athletics.
That's a good boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one success.
One success.
One success.
No, you got one success, but you got 2 ones.
2 ones. A bunch.
So that's a box.
No, is that a bunch?
Failed.
I
Failed.
failed at grabbing that.
So you're just kind of like, up.
So now your glasses are crooked.
Says 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 bashing damage. Roll the soak.
I has fortitude.
And stamina.
Two.
2. Okay, so you take 1 bashing. And it is your turn. Oh, those of you who are sitting kind of like at the sidelines, and you, I guess you too, can see McNeil starting to like wade through the people that are just sort of enclosing upon one another, trying to like break shit up. Salvador doesn't seem too pleased either. Murphy, what are you gonna do?
Is it possible to chemistry a very high-pitched and annoying noise?
Like a dog
I
whistle?
think you need chemistry 2 to make noise. I'm not entirely certain.
I think you can only make unmoving images right now. With
Chemistry 1 is... It was affect 1 sense.
No, chemistry 1 is a static image.
You need thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Are you gonna get a picture of Don Sebastian just hop in?
That might cause the bar to like erupt into a full-on riot.
Kill that fucker!
But then I'll be finding that image though, so it's...
Yeah, until we all realized it wasn't an image.
No, it was an image.
Or it was an image.
What's 9 doing?
Okay, but you can make a sulfur stench? He's able
That's a good question. What is Niles doing?
Because look at, you get, for instance,
Probably
you may
punching
evoke
somebody out. I would
a
imagine.
first stench, the appearance of a stigma, or the shatter of broken glass. The vampire may conjure a minor static mirage that confounds 1 sense.
Okay, so well, minor, but what do you want to do with it?
I just fucking head blaring screech. Just everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck is that? Stop with me.
Roll a. We're gonna call that a manipulation intimidation. And I'm gonna call this one a difficulty 8 because tensions are high and there's a lot of brouhaha in the room.
That is one beer power point.
Yeah, sound like police sirens.
So, you're doing that what now?
Diff 8. Roll manipulation intimidation.
Okay.
You spend willpower?
I spent the willpower point to actually activate this spell. The player spends a willpower point to the vampire to create disillusion. The volume of the smells, ambient lighting, smoke clouds, and the like are limited to roughly 20 cubic feet, half a cubic meter per dawn of vampire. In each chemistry, the illusion lasts until the vampire loses placidity. Or until another is in blah, 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 blah. So, I'm gonna see. This is for how loud, essentially. Yeah, no. It goes.
That is a botch. I don't know how you...
It just sounds like a one.
Instead of high pitch, it's super low pitch. And
Yeah, kind of. Well,
everyone just shits blood.
The red note.
they don't really notice.
Ah, bastards.
Let's call it Byron.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my guns.
Okay, you are escalating the fight.
I don't have any other weapons.
Okay.
Wow, I have shitty handwriting.